The following segment is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare and the Utah Department of Health.
Well, staying safe in the sun, if it ever returns. Today we're talking about sun safety and how to conduct your own skin exams and how to prevent sun damage on your skin. We have Dr. Mark Hyde here from the Huntsman Cancer Institute to talk a little bit. We're really at high risk here in Utah.
Risk, yeah.
Because of the altitude?
The altitude as well as the latitude. We're actually relatively low on the globe.
Okay.
So when you combine that, if you take your finger and put it on Salt Lake on a globe and spin it, you'll end up in Rome if you go over to Europe. So very low down.
A lot of sun.
Yep.
And there are things we can do to prevent
There are a lot
sun
of things
damage.
that we can do. So you mentioned already the skin exams that we recommend self-skin exam once a month and looking. There's the ABCDs that we talk about all the time, but really the things I like to promote is looking for something that's changing or something that doesn't fit the rest.
Like moles or little
a mole
round...
or a sore that doesn't fit and is changing.
Okay, so look for that and just go to a dermatologist?
Dermatologist or your primary care provider a lot of times can take a look as well.
And there are things we can do to prevent it. Obviously, we know about sunscreen, right?
Yeah, there are a number of different sunscreens. It's a hot topic right now because there's a lot of
There's a question about chemicals. Just recently, there's a chemical that can get into your system that might be a little dangerous, and then it can also hurt in the water.
Yeah, there's the chemicals now. There's a lot of designer sunscreens that have different chemicals. The ones we recommend are just the mineral-based sunscreens because they're the older ones, zinc, titanium. We have an example of one here. All the newer designer chemicals, there's questions about how much gets absorbed. If it gets absorbed, then what happens? And also that they're damaging to the environment if they're getting into the water. I know some areas are putting bans on chemical sunscreens around coral reefs.
You're saying if you want to protect your skin, you still need to have some sunscreen on.
You do. You got to have
or
sunscreen.
protection. I mean, reminders of wearing hats. A lot of people forget you can get sunburned on your scalp.
Yeah, hats, and that's a good point. Hats, sunglasses, clothing. I'm actually wearing a shirt
and it's light material
that I use in the summer. It's a lightweight. It's cool, so I can hike in it. I can fish in it. But it's important to know also that we do get the risk of cancer, melanoma in particular, in our eyes and in areas that don't see the sun. So we have to be thoughtful.
A lot of Utahns are very fair-skinned and at high risk. So thanks so much from good advice and just ways to try to prevent skin cancer, Ron.